Grand Rising, everyone. Hope all is well. It's Shay Seeking. And I just want to show you what I feel like is some of these evil, bitter bitches in the community, the so called indigenous community, maybe running around here doing to women and children, women and little girls, okay? You would think that you would not have to worry about some shit like this here in the Americas, right? But this is definitely, again, something that should be frightening for people. Again, because we're dealing with other energy and entities here. We're dealing with different types of beings. We're dealing with different issues. When it comes to this border patrol. I mean, when we talk about the border, you have to. We're talking like shake, sacral and root chakra energy here as well. There's always a dual nature to something. All right. There's always to everything. There's always a dual nature here. All right. And again, this may not be what every single person has to worry about, but this is definitely something that I feel like is going on with general women in the public here in America. And I feel like, these women may be embarrassed. These women may not want to come forth and speak on these things. If it's not something that is going on with women, it's something that has happened to woman and child right here in America. So, it makes me beg to differ. Is this even still America? You know, it's almost like today I think I started feeling like this is some kind of it's very strange because the zombies are here, meaning, people without no brain, like their brain has been replaced. I'm telling you, it's not going to be no green people with no red crusty blood all over them that want to eat your brain. These are people that are I would look at as maybe not carnivores, but what's my other word that I want to use? These are what you would say are modern day. What is the word that I want to use? Those seeking to see who they can devour. Okay, these are cannibals. All right. If they are your own people from America, they're cannibals. This is what a cannibal really is. A cannibal is not somebody that's going to walk up to you and start eating your skin off the street. A cannibal is someone who slowly tries to break something down. That's what the subduing and replenishing is talking about in Genesis. Okay? Is to get something in a submissive energy so that you can then devour it in whatever types of ways. Okay? Chattel or cattle. Now, I feel like this is being done by area code or by, they're like the land has already broken up into different fragments, right? If you want to think about something like Handmaid's Tale 2022, okay? And there's some people here that actually cried about slavery and things like that, but they're doing the same thing under the guise of other things like tribal, relations and things like that. Um, you know, they're doing all these things under the guise of those things. And it's almost like a gang members. It's almost like if you don't join this cult or you don't join this group or you don't join this, coven or something like this, then we have the right because we have strength in numbers and we work underneath the governing forces, right? Underneath the administration here, that we will be able to then come along and, smash and grab whatever the fuck we want here. Do you get what I'm saying here? All right. So these are people that want to smash, want to break things up, and then, like I said, see what's left to devour. So this is an energy I feel if somebody wants your home, they can have it. If someone wants your 10-year-old daughter, they can have them. If someone, and they give you the perception that, your child still belongs to you until the day that they want to do otherwise. I'm feeling like this is the energy that we're dealing with here. All right. We can smash up, we can break up family and homes, and then we can start to purchase or sell off portions as stock. See, and we can bond them or bind them, and we can sell off certain portions. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't even have to make it to the stock market. I'm just saying, right? Those individuals that are gifted in things like this that don't want to be silenced, you're going to be in big trouble. So you can't buy or sell. So instead of taking the mark of the beast, well, damn, is the mark of the beast the truth? Do you get what I'm saying? Is the mark of the beast the truth? Okay? Is the truth the mark of the beast? And if you take that, then you can't buy or sell. Because it seems like the crooks that are stealing things, right, and smashing and grabbing, they don't have any problems when it comes to the judicial, Judah, or judication, or judicial system. They don't have a problem. They're free to smash and grab and do whatever the fuck they want. They're free to come across the borders. And again, there's only a small amount of people that will be speaking up against this. And, you know, like the Empress, and that's the Empress again, she has an angry mob at her feet. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to be Source at the end of the day that's going to have all them with their plow hooks or whatever the fuck they're called. You know, it's almost like that when we pulled those cards and that white thing came out of the sky above the Empress. It's almost like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's something like that type of energy. Like allowing someone to get close enough to think they're going to get away with doing whatever they're doing. But it's almost like it's like bearing that cross, because you're having to take the, you know, you're the chosen one, right? Or the one that was selected or elected to take the abuse, strong enough to take the abuse and then, you know, stand back up and then speak on those things, you know. And again, so it makes you wonder who you're really dealing with. See, if I feel like if I wasn't so tapped in and tuned into self, that they would have been able to get me to, you know, they call it self-sabotage. And I say I just can't keep quiet when I see some shit happening. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like somebody's holding up a carrot. I never see the carrot, right? But it's almost like that's the energy exchange. Like, you know, it's dangling something there, you know, and it's just like, no, I'd rather just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is keeps being taken away. And it's almost like caring about a whole bunch of people that don't give a fuck about you at the end of the day. So why are you doing it? But it's just like, you know, it's just like people are trained to hurt people and do these things. It's just like I've been built to be that beacon of truth, that light, that something. I didn't choose it. Like, I feel like none of us really chooses this here. But the thing that hurts me most is to see people that look like you, that claim to be you, but a little hit of jealousy or some kind of just anger, right? Envy, you know, these kind of things can have somebody go out of their way to track you down and haunt you down. And again, I feel like it's like soul snatching season. Like, these people want your essence, and even if they can't have it, then they will, you know what I'm saying? You know, try to end you. And I feel like it's really sad because we're focusing on certain things that, I don't know, like, are they the wrong things? Are they the wrong things? Okay. I don't know. But I feel like it's not even like on a need to know basis. Like, you know, I can't help. Like, I try not to think about these things. But it's just like, you know, goodness. You know, and that's the thing about it. Only you know what's going on with your body, you know? Only you, ouch, know what's going on with your body. All right? Just like that story that we read the other day where the lady had, you know, and the babysitter had checked their daughter. And then I have a story, too, of like strange activity at an apartment with a young girl and her daughter. And, you know, she decided to do some research on this person with her apartment, which we were all kind of skeptical about. And there was always something going on. Now, this person kind of looks at my situations that I talk about as this is far-fetched. But I feel like maybe she's going to see it the same way I see it, right? Seeing that we're talking family members of certain family trees, okay? That are going through these particular things. You know, there may be even an incident, well, she's out of there now, where this person may have been sneaking around in her apartment and taking personal items in order to, you know, clothe themselves in them. You know, it's kind of like that energy here, like, you know, someone that on the outside looking in wouldn't realize that, you know, they may think that I have a lot of stuff, right? But these are things that I sell. You know what I'm saying? I've been an online seller for a while now. And it's almost like that energy of, I can't remember what text I was reading, but it's like the people wanted to run off this woman or whatever, but they were like, seeing as though there's been things missing out of my house, right? Like certain pieces of jewelry that are like one of a kind that you'll never find, right? Again, and it made me think when she said this, and she found pictures of this person that was a manager in her apartment, wearing, women's clothing or whatever. And she would wonder why it always seemed like this person was snooping around her apartment or trying to give her a hard time, and I guess they were saying it's like this certain dis-ease that people can have if they want to be a certain person. They don't just do this with everybody, right? But they will do this to a certain person that they want to be like, or that they, whatever. And I just think that, like, again, it's like a lot of things happening on a very strange scale here when it comes to women and children. And I feel like it's very concerning. And I feel like all these other things shroud out and cover up the fact. Even with these people coming into the border, you have to wonder again, what are these special visas that these people are having? And what type of access do they have to feminine energy here? Okay? Especially when we're talking about, we call it sweet potato pie here. Okay? That milk and honey, that nectar. This is the time when a man and a woman's life is going to be worth more than gold. Do you understand what I'm saying? So again, it's almost like this is an incident here where someone wants what you have, what I have. Somebody wants, not even just not even a communication with the ancestors or source, or even a divine masculine or feminine energy. But they want actually your physical person. They want your household. They want, we're using witchcraft and things to cloak certain things in order for people to have access. And it's like, how would it be if you don't even know that someone either hates you that much or wants you that much, or wants what you have so much that they're able to actually use some type of laws or some kind of documentation to come and do something to you to keep your own legal, at the time, legal husband. Do you see what I'm saying? Because this is what the energy or the ancestors is telling me. That this filthy bitch working with the administration, with all these hating ass people, right, that want your essence, has worked together to allow somebody with some secret program to come in to people's household whenever the fuck this is. I don't know. Like I said, this may be when you're sleeping at night. May even administer something to you, a drug, and then do something to violate your body. Now, this could be something that they only do to a select or elect group of people, right? But I just never thought that I would hear about anything like this in America. And it's a lot of these women. I like, ancestors and the source point me being a psychic or a reader or oracle or a seer. Their energies are read out to me. When I run across new energy, I don't have to see their face. Some of the people just don't show their face because they just want you to look at the cards, of course. But there's some that know exactly why they don't show their faces. And there's some that do show their faces, but, they're not really concerned. These are probably higher ups that's not really concerned about their position or anything like this. But there's definitely work being done. So again, how is that so? Right? But then this may even be because of a connection, because of a telepathic connection or a soul connection on a soul level that you have no control over, that you have with somebody that somebody else might want to be around or be with. And so they have the right to come in and mess with your body parts. You see what I'm saying? In order to stop you from being able to be with your own husband or your own wife or vice versa or whatever. Or just to punish you and your child, to do witchcraft, sorcery, or do work on children. It's just strange to me. And what kind of trauma is that going to be? What kind of trauma does that lead when we're talking about young women that don't even understand what the hell this is that's going on? I feel like it's just enough is enough. And I feel like I don't know. I don't know if enough people are even speaking on these matters here. But I know what I know. I know exactly what I know. And again, we're going to go ahead and pull some of these cards here. All right. All right. So we have anger here at the top. Okay. I just found one of my little mini decks here, my Aboriginal mini deck. And so, I pulled a couple of these just oracle cards, or there's just like I would say oracle cards or whatever. And so we have anger, okay? Even though you are bursting inside, you need to remain calm. Dig deep and find the strength to activate the self-control that lies within you, all right? And then we have commitment, which is in reverse, okay? Wait, let me see. I think commitment came in sideways. I think worthwhile, it maybe came in reverse, okay? But then preservation was not. Okay, so let me just go ahead, because I moved them from one place to another. Okay. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm not really reading them in reverse, okay? So again, we have commitment. It says, ask yourself the question you often ask everyone else. What do you need? Listen to the answer. Respond actively and committedly as you do for others in your life, okay? And then it says love. Before you can truly love another, you need to open your heart and allow yourself to receive love first. If you open your heart to love, it will flow into your soul. Okay. And then we have preservation. It says, reevaluate this battle you are engaged in. A hasty retreat may be in order. Self-preservation may be the only thing salvageable. Okay. So we have preservation. I don't know. I mean, I see that one, but I mean, just the savage in me won't allow it. It's almost just like, you know what? Guess what? Hey, time's up. Let's just get to the nitty gritty of what the fuck you want. You see what I'm saying? What the fuck is you waiting for? See, because these are people that are cowards. They don't operate on a regular scale here. They think it's cool to be able to sneak and do stuff. They think it's cool to come into your house and, move things around or remove things that you need, in order to do what you need to do to work, and it's funny. It's fun. And I feel like these people think that they sit there and they just watch on the camera or they just listen and they think it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking for that one thing. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a psychic, you kind of know that somebody moved it around, or it may be something that you were looking for and you couldn't find it for a couple of days, and then it just pops up in a place. Either you would never put it, or you know, in the same place where it should have been in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if maybe you guys wake up, you lock both locks on your doors, and you wake up in the morning, and for some reason one lock is unlocked. It's almost like somebody wants you to know, whether this is people inside that are not in their right mind or sleepwalking or doing it on purpose just to try to, get you all bunched, get your panties in a bunch because they know that you're very observant, right? And they want to try to build up a case of, you know, a mental problem or something like this so that they will have a reason, because maybe some of you don't know what it's like to not trust anything or anyone, but try to sit there and protect your daughter and still speak up against these type of things that are going on, with other people and try to bring awareness to them. Maybe, a lot of people don't have to deal with those type of things, right? So I feel like those people have already been compromised. It's not that many of us that have not been compromised just yet. All right. So again, maybe this is just, one incident that is just a certain incident, where the person that they really just need to do this to embarrass is the closest person to God, that shares a certain relationship that may be strange or foreign or weird to other people. But, they feel like they can get away with these things until it just mounts all up, Because again, I feel like people think God is like, I think we just misconstrued as to what God is. We feel like this energy doesn't, feel or sense or know or like this almighty energy. Yeah. But I still feel like it's to a certain extent, or else none of this shit that's happening on the planet would even be happening. You know what I'm saying? So something is off balance, off kilter here. right? And it's not natural things that are killing off people. No, it's all of this weird foreign. And when I say foreign, I mean something that's just strange or estranged to people in general. We're moving so far away from what is natural by the way we treat each other and so on. The way we can replace each other. And that's why I always say, when people say that money is the root of all evil, I don't think that that's the case. But what I do know and what I do think is, if you let that money change you, or if you let that money allow you to do other harmful things to other beings, so for your gain, then that is when it becomes that. All right. Because I feel like people that do that, they can only go so far, and then they lose their minds in in the end times. So again, it says worthwhile here. Life is not about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. It's about having an experience that adds richness to your life. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, it's not so pleasurable here. Okay. It makes me question the gods. You know what I'm saying? I just heard the gods must be crazy. Okay. And that's gods with a little G. All right. Because I feel like source ain't done yet. The universe ain't done yet. The ancestors ain't done yet. And I see all these people that say, oh, the ancestors and everything like that. And I see some of the crooked stuff that they do. And I say, oh, you're mistaken. I say it's those of us that are like me that are still, those Avengers or those ones that are still fighting. Your ancestors have left your side for some of you, and they're rocking with some of us. And I feel like we're coming up to that day of battle, or we've already had it, or meaning it's already started. That day could be a year. All right. So anyhow, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, gratitude and grand rising. Thanks for stopping by. Take care. All right, my fault. Well, hold on one second.